time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone and welcome to Driving with Todd. We're going to do a request. And this request comes in from my reaction and comparison of Badfinger versus Tim Hardin doing the song Midnight Caller. The YouTuber making the request goes by the name of Nazaholikable. I hope I pronounced that right. Nazaholikable. And Nazaholikable requests this. It says, going off topic for a second, I'd recommend you check out Arrival and their gorgeous version of Terry Reid's Friends. It's quite possibly the best cover version ever. Wow, that's quite the statement. So here we go. I read this and I go, I've never heard of the band Arrival before. I've heard of Terry Reid, but to be honest with you, I don't believe I've ever heard a song by Terry Reid. I do remember seeing his albums at the record store back in the late 60s and the early 70s, but I don't think I ever heard anything by him. And I know I've never heard the song Friends before. That I can tell you. So I had to look up all of this stuff to find out a little bit more about the two groups and the song that's going to be sung. Well, Terry Reid is from England, and he's a singer, a rock star, you could say. I've read a lot about his voice being unique, but that a lot of groups back in the late 60s wanted him to be their lead singer. I believe it was like Led Zeppelin. Jimmy Page had approached him to be the lead singer for Led Zeppelin before he picked up Robert Plant. And there was a couple others as well. I think Richie Blackmore approached him as well to be lead vocalist for Deep Purple before they picked up Ian Gillan. And so that's kind of unique. He's got quite a number of albums out in his discography. And two of his albums actually charted here in the United States. His first album was called Bang Bang, You're Terry Reid. And that came out in 1968 and got to number 153 on Billboard's 200 album chart. And his second album is called Terry Reid, simply Terry Reid, in the UK. Over here it was called Move Over for Terry Reid. And I believe they had the same album cover because I looked at the album cover for Terry Reid and I do recognize that. That hit 147 on Billboard's 100 album chart. Then after that, none of his albums charted over here in the United States. Now, Friends is from his second album. He wrote that. It's on his second album called Terry Reid. And it was jammed between two songs. So we're going to take a look at that. But before we do, we're going to look at Arrival. Now, Arrival is also from the UK. Thus, probably why I never heard of them before. I don't think the single charted here in the United States. It doesn't say that it did. I'm thinking it probably was released, but it didn't chart. It's quite a large band from what I can see. Their home base is London, and they were formed in the late 60s, and they had two hits in 1970 in the UK. But when I look at the band list, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 10 members in this band. If this is all these members were a part of the Arrival group, but they had a lead singer by the name of Diane Birch, and I believe she actually sings this cover version called Friends. Now, Friends, like I said, was a big hit for Arrival. It came out in January of 1970, and it got to number 8 on the UK singles chart. So it was a major hit for that group. Actually, it was released in November 1969. It charted in January of 1970 at number 8 on the UK singles chart. So it was also, like I said, on the Terry Reid's second album, But it was kind of weird because he did a cover of Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited on that album. After he got into the song, he put Friends in the middle of it, which is a song he wrote, and then finished it up with the rest of Highway 61 Revisited. So it doesn't stand out by itself. It's actually part of another song. So what Arrival did is they pulled it out of that song and made a hit out of it. So with that said, I hope I didn't confuse everybody, but we're going to listen to Arrival doing a cover of a Terry Reid song called Friends. Stop it right here. Okay, so I got to tell you, I never heard the song before by Arrival here, and I never heard it by Terry Reid. So, seeing that I'm going to be listening to the Arrival version, I thought I'd listen to the Terry Reid version, which I listened to it, and it's different than this. This is a totally different arrangement to the song. But what I think is unique is Terry Reid, as I had mentioned, has kind of a unique voice, and this woman singing it, Diane, who's singing the song, sounds a lot like Terry Reid's vocal portion of the song. Otherwise, it's different because Terry Reid's is more of a rocker. It comes in with some heavy drums. There's guitar. It doesn't start with this nice, sweet piano in the beginning like the Arrival version. So the Arrival really made this more of a pop song, while Terry Reid's was more of a ballad rock song. I guess that's the way you could almost put it. But I like this as well. I mean, it's a nice arrangement. It's a little bit more fluffy and trying to get its message across than what Terry Reid's was. His was more, let's do some rock and roll. So let's keep on going with this version by Arrival.
Nothing new, it's all there to remind you. It's no different any way you recall. You only wait around and float on every corner, and know you're glad, 'cause you know them all.
That was pretty good. I like that song. I like Diane's voice. She has a nice voice. She really could get into this. I mean, she was really singing this from her heart. You could tell, and this was overdubbed. I would guess is my guess that this was over. This version was okay. Let me stand back a little bit. The original version's in mono, and there's an original version out there of this Top of the Pops presentation. And that was lip synced as well. So what this person did was took a stereo version, cleaned up stereo version, and overlaid the top. So it matched perfectly with Diane's lip syncing of the song. But even in the studio version, her voice was very dynamic. I just really liked her voice. It fit the song very well. She really got into it. And by the second verse, she was really hitting some high notes. Then she had this nice chorus behind her of 3 backup vocalists. And I think that added a lot, especially when they went into the refrain. I really like it when there's backup vocalists and they can, help that lead singer with the refrain of the song and give a little bit more impact to the song. I just think that sound is really nice. Then by about the middle of the song, they brought strings in. And I thought that was pretty cool as well to bring strings in to this song. And I always like when they add strings because it adds another level of music to the song. It enhances the instruments that the band is playing. In this case, the piano, bass guitar, electric guitar, drum. It just enhances that music, so it highlights the sound of the song. But I thought it was a good song. Like I said, it's a lot different. This arrangement is so different than the Terry Reid version. You almost have to go back and listen to the Terry Reid version. The only thing that's very similar is the vocal style. I think the vocal style for the lyrics is very similar, but it doesn't have the heaviness that Terry Reid had in his version. But I liked it. It was good. I mean, I like this kind of light pop music. I think it's fun to listen to. The other thing that I noticed about this video from Top of the Pops was the young girls that were dancing behind the band when they did a close-up onto the girls in the balcony dancing. It's interesting. Those are the same girls that I've seen dance before on Top of the Pop videos. So they must have this group of girls that they've hired to dance behind the band on that balcony, because I recognized several of those girls that were dancing. I think that's pretty cool as well. So this is Arrival doing a cover of a Terry Reid song called Friends, and it was a big hit for them. Got to number 8 on the UK singles chart. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed looking at this and listening to it. I know I did. I'd never heard of this band before. I'd never heard of this song before. So this is kind of what I like about doing Driving with Todd, is learning about new groups or old groups that I don't know about and songs that I've never heard. And this was one of them. And it was fun. So I hope you thought it was fun too. If you did, hit that like button. That would be really appreciated. That's the old thumbs up button. If you have any comments about the Arrival and the song Friends, put it in the comments below. Or maybe the Terry Reid version. That'd be kind of cool too. Put it in the comments below. That'd be also really appreciated. Now I'm going to take a link to this video, put in my description below. So if you want to watch it and listen to it again without me stopping it, hit that link. It'll open up and play for you complete. I'm also going to put a link to the channel that uploaded this video into YouTube. You might want to check that out. That person has the other video of this Top of the Pops presentation, but in the original mono. And I gave that a couple of second listen to, and it wasn't as bright as the stereo, and I kind of liked the brightness of the stereo. So that's the one I used. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? I know you have my video open. Just go below my video and hit that subscribe button, and you'll be making me very happy. If you go over here and ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So this was fun. It was a great recommendation. Again, something I've never heard by a group I've never heard of. So put a big smile on my face. I won't put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.